Hello viewers, welcome to this video lecture series on Computer Networks Lab. In today's session, I shall demonstrate how to configure a WEP on a wireless router. WEP stands here for Wired Equivalent Privacy. Now, so our main aim is here to enable this WEP on Cisco WRT300N wireless router and check reachability of the devices in the network. So for this particular demonstration, I require here two networks. So one LAN I'll be having all devices connected with a wired network, and in another LAN I'll be having all devices connected with a wireless network. So in this demo we are going to check whether we are able to have a wireless connection for all the devices connected in the wireless network, and how to check the devices that are connected in the wireless network. We should be able to reach to any device that is connected in the wired network. Right now let us start. We have to take now two routers, one for the wired network and another for the wireless network. So let me take first one router here. Hope it is in bigger font. Let me increase the right. Okay, now I'll take a wireless router. So in order to select the wireless router, you need to click to this wireless devices. You can see at the bottom of the screen. Okay, you have an option here, wireless devices. Click to this, and from that you select this one, WRT300N wireless router. Now I'll connect devices to this router as well as few devices to this router. So first we need to have a LAN for the wired type of network. So because I wanted multiple devices, let me take one switch. Then I'll place some one or two PCs here because I need to check the node reachability. Now I need devices for this wireless network. So here I'll take one PC, I'll take one laptop. So normally for the wireless network, just in order to demonstrate that all the devices connected to the wireless router should have the wireless connection, let us take one more PC. Okay, these are the different devices I require here for this setup, configuring a WEP on a wireless router. Now let us make the connections. So I'll be choosing the automatic type of connection. I'll connect first the devices in the LAN for the wired part of the network. Now this connection from the wireless router to the other devices here, whatever I have shown, PC2, laptop and PC3, that has to have a wireless connection. So that we will carry out in the further steps, how to have the wireless connection. Now let us do the remaining connections here. So here one more thing, remember, when you are connecting this wired router with the wireless router, you need to take the copper straight through cable. Now you need to identify all the interfaces. If possible, write it on the label, because let us give the IP addresses also later to all the interfaces. FA0/0 is this interface. Then this one is, see, look here, this is the router 0. It has got two interfaces. Here it is FA0/0 and the other one is FA0/1. So let me write the label here, FA0/1. Then for this wireless router, this is the wireless router. Here you are not going to give the IP address to the interface. It is not available. Rather, what you have to do is, for this complete network, you have to assign a network address, or we call it as the LAN address, or we can tell that as the IP address for this network. Let us decide what IP addresses we will be assigning to these devices. So for PC0, 192.168.5.10. Then for PC1, let me take 5.20, 192.168.5.20. And for the interface of this router, 192.168.5.1. So we'll take like this. So let me keep the labels properly here. Then we'll assign the IP addresses for all these three devices which we wanted to connect to the wireless network. So we'll start assigning from this PC onwards. So we'll decide the labels. 192.168.10.10. Then for the next one, 192.168.5.10. 10.20, and one more is there, no, we'll give 192.168.10.30. So look here, still the connection between the wireless router and the devices in this wireless network is not yet done. I'll tell you how to carry out that. Now after you decide all the IP addresses that you want to give to the different interfaces, have we left any interface? Yes, this one, FA0/1. So FA0/1 we have to give the IP address. Now we'll give here, I'll just write on the label first, 192.168.10.1. Now start configuring all these devices with the IP addresses which you have decided. So we'll go to first PC1, and also what we'll do is first we'll assign the IP addresses for the interfaces. So I'll keep this window here. You see, look here, this one, FA0/0, you can see on the top. Now you have to write the IP address 192.168.5.1. make the port status on. It has become green in color now. Now click again, select the other interface. You can see here 0/1 and what IP address you wanted to give. This will belong to a different subnetwork. There it was in 5 series. From here onwards we are taking into 10 series. 192.168.10.1. Then make the port status on. Now assign the IP addresses to PCs. Go to desktop, IP config, and this is the address you have to give here. 192.168.5.10. Okay. And you can give the default gateway, because the default gateway for these two devices will be 5.1 only. So we have to give here 192.168.5.1. close this, go to PC1, then desktop, IP config 192.168.5.20. then give the IP interface, that is the default gateway now, 192.168.5.1. So this is what you have done. Same way you need to configure the devices in the wireless network. Here we'll start giving the, already we decided, no, just we need to give here. And moreover, remember that for all these 3 devices which you are connecting in the wireless network, for all these 3 devices the default gateway will be 192.168.10.1. so this is the only IP address through which the devices that are present here, okay, these devices can route the packet through this interface. Definitely first it will go to the wireless router, then it will be forwarded to this interface. That's why here itself you can write the default gateway when you are configuring. It is 10.1. okay, so we'll start from PC2, the first PC, IP config. What is that we have decided? 192.168.10.10, and the default gateway, as I said, it will be this one, 192.168.10.1. this is over. Next is we'll take the laptop, go to desktop, IP config, and this is the IP address 192.168.10.20. subnet mask will appear. Then the default gateway is this one here, 192.168.10.1, right? So this completes. Then we have another device, PC3. Go to desktop. Actually to demonstrate one device is sufficient, but I wanted to show you how to include the wireless modules in these devices. That's the reason I have taken more than one. Now for PC3, what IP address it is? This one, 192.168.10.30. So subnet mask, default gateway is this one, 192.168.10.1. then close this. When you click to the wireless router, there you need to carry out three settings. Now what are those three? Click here. You can see on the wireless router, I'll keep it here. You have one internet option, another LAN option, and third one is the wireless option. So what are the different things you need to carry out in all these three? First thing is you start with internet. Once you click internet, you will get click to static. Now here you need to type the IP address. This IP address is the default gateway. Only your job is to enter the default gateway here. And what is the default gateway? Because for this router, this is the default gateway IP address. So you have to write down here 192.168.10.1. Remember, you are in wireless router. You are not going to give IP addresses like normally how you used to do for the wired network. You used to give to the interfaces of the wired router. Here in the wireless router, you need to give to the internet option the default gateway, and the default gateway will always be the one. This interface of this wireless router, you can check here, it is connected to one interface of the wired router, and that interface is having 192.168.10.1 as the address. The same thing should be included here. So once you do this, leave the rest of the fields empty, do not worry. Now next thing is you need to select the second option, LAN. In the LAN, by default something will be appearing. Okay, you need to now change this. So what you will do, you have to write down IP address. So we are deciding that we will give for this LAN the IP address as 10.2. Because we are going in a sequence, you can give in 10 series only. This is 10.1. So I'll give 10.2 for this LAN. After you complete this, and moreover subnet mask is appearing by itself, do not worry. Then comes the third option. Here is wireless. Now here you just see, because you are carrying out the wired equivalent privacy, and for all the wireless devices that you want to have connection, wireless connection, always we need the SSID and the WEP key. So first we have to configure in this router, then with the same thing we have to incorporate in all the end devices on the wireless router. So we'll do one thing. First we have to change this we have to assign this SSID. Look here, SSID by it is appearing as default, so we'll give some name. We'll write SSID as CSC123. So remember, this is the one we need to give to the devices also, and we are carrying out the wired equivalent privacy. Click to WEP, and here it is asking us to give the WEP key. Okay, so here you need to give the WEP key. It should be in hexadecimal numbers 1 2 3 4 5. I'm giving like this. You can give any other 4 5. Okay, so this is the WEP key 1 2 3 4 5 and FFFFF. This is what I have given. Okay, these are the settings I'll be carrying out in the wireless option. Now this part is also completed. So what is that you have done in the wireless router? 3 settings: internet, LAN and wireless. After that, you need to now connect these 3 devices to the wireless router. But all these devices, normally you were connecting in the wired network, and here in the simulator, these devices, they do not have the wireless module. For that reason, what you have to do is you have to remove that earlier existing module and add the wireless module for all the 3 devices. So click on the each device. Let us click how. I'll just show you the steps how to carry out. Click to the device. Okay, now we are in PC2. Then go to the physical. Fine. Here you can see that it is showing here this particular, the CPU, the backside of the CPU in the physical view. You need to remove this existing and you need to add the wireless module here. And the wireless module is here, WMP300N. This is the one you need to place here. And to do that also, first you need to switch it off. This is the power button, I guess. No. Yes, so this is the power button. You need to switch it off. Then you have to remove this. Fine, place it somewhere. Now it is an empty slot. Take this wireless module, place it here. Okay, then switch on. This completes what? Adding the wireless module to the device. Similarly, go to laptop. Always go to the physical. Then just let us see the physical view here. And where is that on off? Yes, maybe this one. Yes, so this is off. I should make it off, then remove this. Okay, existing module, add the wireless module, then switch on, close this. Similarly, I'll go for this PC3, then go to where is that, physical, then here also switch off, remove the existing, then place this, then switch on, close this. You have added the wireless module for all these devices. Now you need to enable wireless connection by providing the SSID and the WEP for all the devices. First, let us start with PC2. Go to PC2, then go to the config tab. Here you have the wireless. Okay, in the wireless option, you can see that. So what is that SSID you have to give? CSC 123 and WEP. Click to WEP, and then you have to give the WEP key here, 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5 FFF. Okay, so this is how you have to enable the wireless connection for the devices. Okay, close this. Now go to laptop, and you can see here, the moment you have enabled the wireless connection, now it is connected to the wireless router. It has appeared. This is what is the symbol for the wireless connection. Now we'll do for laptop. Go to config, go to wireless, fine. So first type your SSID here. SSID is CSC123. Then click to WEP. Then write the WEP key here, 1 2 3 4 5 FFF. So I'm taking here 10 digits here, 10 hexadecimal digits. You can see here, if you take lesser than this 10, I think it is not accepting. You can try. That's the reason I have taken 10 hexadecimal numbers as my WEP key. So this completes for the laptop. The wireless connection got enabled. Now let us do for the PC3, config, wireless, then change this CSC123. Click to WEP. Here you have to type 1 2 3 4 5 FFF. So even for the third device, you have enabled the wireless connection. Look here, to just to tell you what exactly is there on this setup, always you can decide in this manner. From here onwards, I'll mark it also with a line or with a rectangle. Okay. So this part you can tell, this part is what? The completely wired network. Now in this wired network, what are the things? You have one LAN simply, okay, and here is your wireless network, and in the wireless network you have 3 devices, fine. So what is your job? You need to have a wireless connection for all these 3 devices, but these 3 devices will be connected to the wireless router. But in turn, this wireless router interface, you can see here, this one, okay, this has to be connected to the interface of the wired router. Only then the devices here can communicate with the devices of this, and the devices in the wired network can communicate with the devices of the wireless network. So to do that, you have to carry out what? Configuring this wireless router, and then adding the wireless module for all these devices, and then enabling the wireless connection for all these devices. And finally, we need to carry out one more step. Go to all these devices which are here in this wireless network and click there to the wireless option here. So once you click to PC2 or any device here, you can see the PC wireless. Okay, click here. So here is the main step. What you need to do is you need to click to connect. Once you do that, you will get here the SSID appearing, and the signal strength is also shown here, 87%. And then click to connect. Here you need to type your WEP key, FFF. Okay, connect. We have connected it. Similarly, go to the next device, then go to desktop, PC wireless. Then here you need to click to this connect. The wireless network name CSC123 has appeared and the signal strength is shown here. Then connect. Now type 12345 FFF connect. Connect. Now one more device is remaining. Click to PC3, go to desktop, PC wireless, connect, CSC. Okay, now you have to type the key 12345 FFF. Okay, connect. Now we'll check the node reachability using the ping command. Go to PC2, then click to command prompt and type here ping. Will ping 192.168.5.20. So this device is in the wired network. So you are able to successfully reach this. Let us check whether you will be able to reach any one of the devices in the wired network from the laptop also. We'll go to the laptop, command prompt and type ping. So we'll ping to PC1 now, 192.168.5.20. Yes, successful communication. Now we'll check from PC3 also. Go to the command prompt and then type ping to 5.10 now, 192.168.5.10. So you are in PC3, okay, in 10.30 and you are pinging 5.10. Press enter. Successful communication. In this way, you have seen that all the devices that are there here connected to this access point are able to communicate with the devices here that are present in the wired network. So this is how you have to carry out all the steps in this experiment, and the title of the experiment is what? Configuring a WEP on a wireless router. So hope this session is useful to you all. If you find it useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.